outside and having the most delightful start to my Sunday. Last night we had some friends round. I think that's where I left off in the last vlog. It was a really nice evening. Even though our garden is a building site, we set up the table and chairs because it was the first like sunny evening I feel like we've had in the UK, or at least in Cornwall, because I know lots of the time people have heat waves and then I'm like, where is the heat wave? It's not happening down here in Cornwall. But it was a really beautiful evening, and so we had to sit outside. So we played some games, had some drinks, and then we got an Indian takeaway and just set the fire, and we had the fire pit on and it was just lovely. And as you can see the smoke? I'm sitting out here with my incense. I just love incense. I find it so relaxing. Alex doesn't love it, so I have to be careful because I think it makes him cough. It like basically doesn't go well with his nose and everything. I think that it irritates his nose, so I brought it outside and it just feels like the most perfect start to the day. And because we did so much cleaning and sorting yesterday, it actually feels like the first Sunday in a while where I don't particularly have anything to do, which I've been working towards having for a while now, to have like a day, at least a day. I don't really feel like I have anything to do, because when you're an adult and you've got a full-time job, the weekends often end up feeling like just your one and only time to get chores done. And I've been trying to make that not happen by deliberately like planning stuff with friends and family, because then when you plan stuff with people, you then like do the stuff that you need to do quicker, because you're like, well, I'm seeing them later, so we have to get this done now, rather than spreading it out across the weekend. Today we might go out for lunch, maybe, if Alex is feeling up to it. He's got a throat infection. Like yesterday when he was drinking, he was like, my throat really hurts, and I think he's got a throat infection, so he's going to need antibiotics. But if he's feeling up to it, we might go out for lunch. I might finish some painting on the gate if I feel like it, but if I don't, I won't. And also Sundays we're trying to have a bit of a kind of, not completely no digital or social media, but like a low digital day, like low screen day. So this morning I did look at my phone and check my messages and had a little scroll quickly, but I think there would have been the temptation today, because I've not got anything to do, to just sort of sit on TikTok for a bit. But because I'm trying to do that on a Sunday, the day where I will have off with nothing to do, I'm sitting outside rather than sitting in the living room watching TV, and I'm reading my Kindle. And because I know that I don't want to use my screens today, I'm like, let's go out and do something. So I definitely recommend you try it if you haven't tried like a no screen day or low screen day. It's definitely not feasible to do no, because I need to like see if my parents or family have messaged or anything like that, but I feel like it's a very lovely thing to do. Roxie is enjoying the sun over here, look at her. And Frankie, look at them, sitting on the plank. Cats walk like such lions. I hope that our septic tank gets sorted. I think it's the last week of May, so that the patio can start happening, and we can maybe, actually we ought to start thinking about ordering the tiles for the patio. It's just so beautiful, apart from the noise of someone renovating, but I'm not mad, I relate. Hello, so I'm all dressed and ready, and I thought I'd show you my outfit. I think I kind of already showed you this outfit in another video, but I didn't wear it out. It was more of a styling video. It's the video I did with Nord Green, and I styled this outfit. I'm pretty sure it was this outfit, or very similar. So I've got this dress on. I actually don't remember where this dress is from. I've got it on now. I think it was from M&S like 3 or 4 years ago. You can do it all the way up, but I don't think that's the most flattering, because I have bigger boobs and it won't look so good. So I've kind of tucked that in to make it a bit more of a V-neck. I should maybe put a necklace on, I'll have a think. And then of course I've got my Nord Green watch, which I do still have a discount code. It's Madeleine for 15% off. And I absolutely love this watch. Ever since I've had it, I wear it now every week whenever I'm going out or doing something nice. Like, as much as I love wearing my Apple Watch, that's more for tracking workouts, my heart rate, you know, being able to use things on the go, like Apple Pay, that kind of stuff. But if I'm going out for the day, like today, I don't really want to have that watch on, and it's kind of nice to have something like this. And these watches, they have the straps that come off. So this is like a vegan leather strap, which is great because it's not real leather. And then this strap can come off, and I've got a gold strap as well, which is really classic and beautiful. And I just really love the concept of Nord Green because it means that I can swap out the watches and, well, swap out the straps, sorry, and you can add to it. So once you've got the face, you can add to the strap. I think I would quite like a black strap as well. This is not sponsored. Obviously, I've worked with them in the past. They gifted this to me, but I just really love this watch, and I thought I would share again, just in case you're after one, because I absolutely love it. And I just feel like it's timeless and classic, and it's the sort of watch that I can now keep and get new bands for whenever I need it. And then I've got my trusty backpack. This, I think I've had now going on 6 or 7 years. I know that my mum got it for me either before Alex and I were on YouTube or just after. I can't really remember, but around the time that I went vegan, so maybe it was even 8 years old, and it's like a vegan leather, and the brand is Bay Bao Bao, and it still looks brand new. Like, I love this bag because it just is such good quality. It's a bit dusty, and it still looks such good condition. I haven't worn it a great deal. Like, obviously it's not something I'm going to be wearing every single day, but I absolutely love it, and I think it looks really cute with a white dress because it just looks really casual, and I always get compliments whenever I wear it. Am I going to be able to show my shoes? Maybe if I do this, I've got my Vivea shoes on, which I don't, maybe if I do have a discount code, I'll link it below. I can't remember because I have worked with them before. These shoes I got, was it last summer? I got them a little while ago, I think it was last summer, and I absolutely love these shoes because I feel like they are really classic, but also they've got that kind of edgy, trendy, fashionable look about them because of the square toe and because the material is like this fabric material. The heel is kind of small, and I just feel very cool when I put these on, and I feel like with a dress like this, though you can't see them, can you see them? Can you see them? They just look great, and they match really, really well with this strap and my bag. Let me show you the colour match. So it's very similar, slightly more orange, and again, very similar. So yeah, feel lovely. And I think that we're going to go to the Kraken, which I shared on my Instagram. It's basically the Cornish Arms in Hale, which is a lovely pub. If you haven't been there, highly recommend. They do an amazing vegan roast. Definitely one of the best vegan roasts I've had, and it's a lovely pub. And they recently opened the Kraken, which is basically in their pub garden. They have renovated it so you can go sit out there and have stuff like pizza. I think it's pizza, burger and poutine, and it's just a bit more laid back. So if you don't want to sit and have like a roast dinner, they've got the option of having something a bit more relaxed, like pizza and burgers, and you can do takeaway. So we're going to go there for lunch with my parents and enjoy a big old pizza or burger. I can't decide which because I had probably one too many, because last night I definitely had one too many glasses of wine, and I'm feeling a little bit like I need a burger or a pizza. Roxie! Now I don't drink as much. I cannot hack drinking as much as I used to. It's so interesting when you stop drinking how like a few glasses and you're like, woo!
We're both burned out, 'cause something isn't right, I know. Not a single one can tell me what went wrong. See,
I traded the gym for an ice cream. That's a very good plan, isn't it, Alex?
What?
At night, search the light, find a way. I'm so confused right now, baby. Didn't work.
Good morning, it's Monday now and Alex is coming down. I had a bit of a bum start to the week because last night I just got into my bath really late and then I didn't go to bed until like 11. So when my alarm went off this morning at 5:30, I was like, nope, switched it off and had a lie in. But whenever that happens to me, I really don't resist it because I think that's your body giving you a message. Because generally speaking, I'm able to get up, I'm able to be like, okay, yeah, I need a wee, I'm gonna get up, and then I'll see how I feel, and then by the time I've done that, I'm awake. This morning, felt like it was physically not possible for me to get out of bed, so I think that's a sign that my body needed the rest, so I had a little sleep, and I actually had a really nice morning. I just kind of made my breakfast and sat. I went on TikTok and looked at what the Kardashians are wearing to Chloe's wedding. Just very silly stuff and just, you know, had a bit of a relaxing morning, and I'm going to go to the gym later instead. And now I'm going to go next door with my coffee and I'm going to get started on a few wedding emails because at the minute we're at the stage with our wedding where basically everything is planned. We've booked everyone. There's just emails to go back to, like running orders, and there's also things that I need to buy. Like I'm at the point where I just need to buy, like, I want to get a nice necklace for the day. Alex has to get his suit. Actually, tomorrow, maybe we'll take you. We're going to look at wedding rings. I haven't got my engagement ring on at the minute. I need to clean it. We're looking at wedding rings, and also Alex is looking at suits. So we're just at the stage we just need to buy some bits, and I'm pretty sure we've booked everything. We're thinking of potentially booking like crazy golf because we went to a wedding where they had crazy golf inside and it was so fun. So I think we got a quote for that, so we're going to decide whether that fits in our budget. So we're going to like look at our wedding budget. I think we're going to pay the deposits, or we've paid the deposit, sorry. We're going to pay the remainder of the payments for some of the bigger stuff because I'd rather do it in bits than all of a sudden it'd be a couple months before the wedding and we've got all these different people to pay. I'd rather pay like one of the bigger ones now, like for example, the photographer and videographer and maybe the venue, because you pay a deposit, but the deposit's only like maybe, I think some of them are 50%, some of them are 10%, some of them are 25%. So it means I've got a budget where it says what we've paid and what we haven't paid. And I just don't want that to build up and then it become overwhelming one month. So I think that we're going to pay a couple in advance, like early before the due date, because it will make me feel better. So yeah, that's my start to my Monday. Little Bob, did you just have a nice WALK?
She didn't enjoy it.
She ran away.
Ran away a bit.
Naughty girl.
You saw a big scary dog.
Uh-oh. I have done most of my work for today. I've got to post a video, so what else do I have to do? I've got to post a video, and there's one thing I wasn't able to do today, but that's fine because I had a long list. So I'm going to go to the gym now because I didn't make it this morning, like I said. And then I'm going to come home and post my video. And Alex, I think you'll carry on some work, won't you?
While you're out?
Yeah.
I'll probably have a lie down.
But yeah, really into the gym routine. I think I said this in my last video. It's been really fun. Alex will be joining me, won't he? I've been trying to get him to come with me because I am alone all the time at the gym.
When hell freezes over.
I really want you to join me. He won't. Hey, little Bobby. Have you given me my slipper? Oh, Bobby, you got my slipper. Oh, hello, Zeus. Hello. You both come to say hello. Oh, I just think you want some food, don't you? Good boy. Good girl, Bobby. Good girl. Look, you're the same colour as the floor and the slipper and the rug and the bench. There you go, Zumpy. Good girl. Should I take that for you? Yeah. Yeah. Well done. Well done. Yeah, what a good girl. Back from the gym. I am never going to the gym at that time of day again though. The gym was fine. The gym was actually nice and empty. But oh my goodness, the drive. So where we live, you have to go through like quite, I suppose it's kind of narrow. The lane that you have to drive on, the road that you have to drive on to get from where I live to my gym is this windy Cornish road, and if you get stuck behind a car, that's it. You've got to drive behind that car. And there was this tractor with 7 cars behind it following it all the way along this road that on a normal day lasts about 15 minutes, maybe, no, 10 minutes the road is probably. So when you're stuck behind a tractor, it's so infuriating. And then on the way there, I was stuck behind a very slow driver. So it just felt like I had been out, it feels like I've been out for so long because of the amount of driving. That's the one bad thing. If I was to say the one negative thing about Cornwall, like I love Cornwall, everything about it I adore. The one bad thing about Cornwall is driving, because you have to drive everywhere. Public transport's not the best. And then in the summer, it's getting a bit more like summertime now. It is horrendous. Like I avoid going places in the summer because of the amount of tourism and the amount of people who don't know how to drive Cornish roads, which I understand if you don't live here, like it's kind of, the roads are a bit daunting because they're very narrow. But if you're a local and you know the roads and you get stuck behind someone who doesn't and it interrupts your day, it can be a bit like, that's the only bad thing about Cornwall. Anyway, I'm gonna make myself a protein shake. My Form Nutrition Performance Protein, vanilla flavour. Maybe I should actually, I'm gonna try the other flavour because I haven't yet. So this is their Super Blend protein. So, or actually maybe not, I'm not gonna do that today because I've already taken my supplements. So this has vitamin A, D, C, thiamine or thiamine, riboflavin, vitamin B3, B6, folic acid, B12, biotin and pantothenic acid. So I'm not gonna actually take this today because I've already had my B12, my vitamin D today, and folic acid. So I'm not gonna have this today, but it's pretty cool because it means that you're kind of covered your bases when it comes to vitamins and supplementing. It's got slightly less protein. This has 20 grams. This has 30. So I'm just gonna stick to this one. I do think this is quite sweet, so I add more water than it suggests because it says to add 350 ml if you want it sweeter. I had about 400, so I even find that too sweet. If you didn't know me already, I'm not really a sweet tooth, but apart from chocolate, I'm much more of a savoury person. Look, I'm cheating on Huel. Does anyone else do that whenever you have like protein, you try different proteins, and you use them in a different thing? I feel like I'm cheating. This tastes extra delicious if you blend it up with a banana and some ice. I had that the other day. See, that's perfect to me. I could even add more water, you know, because it's still quite sweet. I would add about 500 ml. I'm gonna go and post my video because it's 20 to 5, and then I think maybe there's a few other bits I could do work-wise, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna have for dinner. I have no idea what I want for dinner tonight. Does anyone have any ideas? Not that you can tell me, because by the time this has gone up, I would have very much eaten my dinner. Dinner is served. This is like my dream meal. So this is my sweet and sticky tofu, which I kind of cheated on because you're supposed to marinate it for like an hour, but you don't have to. It does make it better, but I just marinated it for maybe like 15 minutes and that's fine. I'm gonna eat this because I want to taste it so bad. Honestly, I could have this every day of the week. I got some kimchi that I picked up at the St. Ives Food Festival. Naturally fermented veg. The brand, it's really difficult to read the brand. Mutti hot sauce. See, M-U-T-I. And then I've got courgette and kale, which I fried and then kept warm in the oven. And then I've topped it all with the spring onion that I got from the Hurlen Roots veg box, coriander, sesame seeds, and some extra soy sauce. And this, honestly, I need to keep on eating foods that I love and enjoy that make me feel good, because I do get into the habit of just kind of eating either leftovers or the variety of meals I create recipes for, which obviously they're all delicious. But sometimes, you know, when you're not craving a certain meal, like some nights, maybe I've got leftovers of pasta and I eat it, but I'm really not craving pasta, because sometimes if my stomach is feeling sensitive, pasta just doesn't work very well for me. And yeah, I need to make these meals like this. If you've watched me since the beginning of my channel, you know that this kind of recipe is like my thing. I'm gonna enjoy this and I'm gonna see if there's a new episode of the Kardashians. We got a very, very adorable little delivery for Bobby.
Don't speak like that.
I think Alex maybe got the wrong size, because Roxie is definitely not a Labrador.
She was much bigger before we shaved.
It is twice the size of her. Look! If it was smaller, it would cocoon her.
Look how happy you are.
But she was so happy and so excited, to the point when Frankie walked past, she growled. She never growls at Frankie. These are from Hugo and Hudson and they were on offer, on sale. And we also got another one, which is also ginormous. I think that Alex ordered the wrong size. I don't know whether we should return it or just keep it. I put it here because we don't really use this door, and her old bed was here and it was kind of a bit of a squish. So that's probably better. I think that maybe she'd actually appreciate a large bed. So I think we'll probably keep it. But how nice is it? And it goes in here because it's green. I also just made an order for like some harnesses for her. And Alex, I got a harness in that exact material. So that green one.
Oh, I thought you meant that material.
No, so that material, I got her a harness, a collar, a lead and a coat in that material. Because everything was half price. It was like so cheap.
Okay, that's good.
Well, she's a pampered pooch. Bobby, are you happy?
If you were a dog, wouldn't you want a big Super King bed?
Yes, but it's just a bit big for our house.
Okay, well, failing that, we can give it to your parents because they are bigger dogs and get the right size.
The cats will love it as well.
Yeah.
I can see if we have this here,
He's already here.
he's gonna, if the fire is on and Roxy's sleeping there, Frankie's just gonna make his way in. So cute. We would buy the cats cat beds, but they don't use them. It's weird. We bought them for them before, but they don't use them. But yet he uses a dog bed. Oh, Roxy, she's getting protected. This dog makes me laugh so much. What is it?
Frankie's coming. He's coming.
Frankie, what's happened? What's that? Look at this bed. Roxy, will you share it with him? That material as well is like every animal's favourite because it feels like an animal, I think. Like Zeus is obsessed with it. So is Roxy and Frankie. Does anyone remember the beanbag we used to have for Roxy? It broke, but this is... And we couldn't fix it because it had... You couldn't even... There was no innard. It was just straight away beans.
Yeah, so you couldn't wash it properly and you couldn't repair it well. It was
No.
like... We bought it.
I tried to ask my mum, like, how do we fix this? And she was like, I don't know how to fix it.
After we bought it, I went back and started breaking, I went back and looked at all the reviews, and all the reviews since we bought it had said the same thing, that it just started breaking, and it was really annoying.
Because normally with a beanbag, you have like an inside thing that holds the beans, and then you have an outer layer which you can wash, and then you can refill the inside thing. We refilled it once, didn't we?
Yeah, but didn't we keep finding beans?
Yes, it was broken.
Yeah.
So this is going to replace that. I think that she's having a flashback, isn't she? Are you having a flashback to the time that we adopted you and we got you that beanbag? Yeah.
We didn't get her the beanbag.
Huh?
We didn't get...
Oh yeah, we got it for you and then Roxie stole it.
There you go. He's trying to find his way onto my lap.
Thank you. That's too precarious for an old cat like you. Maybe wait for Daddy to finish his food.
Yeah.
This was Zeus, Roxie would not be tolerating it. Well done for sharing, Roxie. Good girl. Good morning. Alex is having a sneeze attack downstairs. He has been really badly hit with hay fever this year. And I think it's either led to or is unrelated to, but he's got like sinusitis or what it's called, like a virus. Like, I don't know if it's related, but his like throat is all it's difficult for him to swallow and everything, so he's having a hard time. I could hear him downstairs. I'm just getting ready for the day. We've got to leave in like 40 minutes, so well, that's plenty of time. Should be plenty of time. Today we are going to get our rings, our wedding rings. Alex is trying on suits, and also I'm getting my hair done. So I knew I was getting my hair done, so I sort of booked these in for Alex to come with me because we haven't thought about his suit yet or our rings, and I just thought it would be a good idea, even if we don't get a suit, I think it's a good idea for him to try suits on just to get a feel for the kind of style that he would like. And then he could order one online and get it tailored or whatever, but I just think that that would be good for him. Got myself a smoothie. This has banana, oat milk, form, protein powder, and mixed berries, and a bit of hemp and chia seeds. I just put on my Biosense Squalane and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. You could see that it went on white, but it does like totally absorb. Obviously I'm the palest of the pale, so I cannot speak for darker skin tones, whether it works, but maybe there'll be a review out there. I imagine it, Biosense are the sort of brand that I feel like they would take that into consideration, hopefully. And then I'm now using the, I think this is, oh, what's this brand called? Oh, I forget what's it says Purito Seeker Clearing BB Cream. So that's as much information as I can provide you with, but I love this. Anytime I wear this stuff, I'll try and link it if I remember. I know I'm horrendous at doing that. The amount of times I say I'm going to link it and then you guys are like, Maddie, you said you'd link it. Every time I wear this, people compliment me on my skin. It's like always correlates. I think it's because it is quite full coverage, but it's really glowy and it's just beautiful. Compared to my other like BB creams, I mainly just wear, I don't really wear foundation, I just wear tinted moisturisers and BB creams. Most of my other ones are much more sheer coverage, and I just think this one just gives you that kind of, I don't know, it's magical really. It's like, looks like you have really good skin and you're not wearing loads of makeup, but it does actually cover your skin quite a lot, and I think it's got SPF in it as well, which is always a bonus. I'm really looking forward to trying on wedding rings or seeing what options they have. We're going to Ethica Diamonds in Truro because they do lab-grown diamonds, and if we have time in the afternoon, depending on how long my hair appointment is, we might also go to the vintage shop that Alex got this ring from. So this ring is vintage. I actually just cleaned it up a bit today because it had loads of dough in it, and I always forget what the stone is. I always forget what the stone is. Something amber. I'll put it on screen, I'll ask Alex. I always forget, I don't know why. But we will also go in there because I can't decide whether I want a vintage wedding ring or whether I want a new one. I have a feeling I'll end up going for a new one, only because I really want kind of not a wedding ring, almost like an eternity ring. And I know nowadays people aren't particularly traditional with their ring choices, and lots of people get wedding rings that have diamonds on them, which I think I said that to my mum and she was like, oh, that's like an eternity ring. But I do think people tend to just go for the style of ring they like, and then I think Alex will just want a plain gold one, which we will see what the prices are at Ethica Diamonds, and then if we're not sure about the price, we might go to Cornwall Gold, because that's another nice company, because obviously Ethica Diamonds, the point of them is that obviously they're selling diamonds that are lab grown. So it might not be the best place to get a plain gold band, but we shall see. Because this one stands out, this ring. It is like pronounced like this, which does catch on a lot of things. And I think that probably means I won't be able to get a ring. I mean, I could do, but I don't know if I'll be able to get a ring that's just straight across because it might get in the way. So I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking of a ring that has like, you know, like a curved shape, like to a point, or like a rounded shape, or some kind of pattern or something that kind of frames the ring rather than sitting next to it. But I just have no idea. I think the point of it basically today is just to go and look, because we haven't. And our wedding is in 3.5 months. Is it 3.5 or is it 4? I put too much concealer on. Yeah, 3.5 months. And we haven't looked at wedding rings, so I think it's just to go look, and it's really fun. And Alex and I haven't done a lot of like fun, nice things to do with the wedding. I mean, obviously all of it's nice. A lot of it has just been emailing, planning, sitting down, that kind of thing. And I have done a few things with my mum, a few things with my bridesmaids. And I just think it's important when you're leading up to your wedding, as much as traditionally you're supposed to kind of do it separately, you know, like the bride will go look at wedding dresses on her own. I don't think you have to do it that way. Like, I did consider, because I am a bit body conscious and Alex is like my biggest fan, I thought if I take him, I'll feel amazing because he thinks I look good in everything. So, oh, hello. I'm a bit mad at Frankie this morning because he's weed all over the floor. Frankie! So yeah, I don't think you have to follow the traditional like doing everything separately, or I don't know. I think it's nice to remember to do things with your husband-to-be that get you excited for the wedding. We're having a pre-wedding photo shoot at some point in the summer as well, which would be really nice, because we don't actually have photos together particularly, and I think that's something that's easy to forget, because obviously on your wedding day there's only so much time you have to take pictures. Obviously you get loads of pictures of you two, the two of you, but there's only so much time, and you're, you know, fully dressed up in your dress and their suits. But I think it's quite nice to have a photo shoot that's just the two of you, where you can spend an hour or two with a photographer just getting photos of you two looking loved up and in a lovely location. In Cornwall there's so many incredible locations, because you'll also keep those photos forever. And I think my photographer was like part of the package, which was amazing. So that's planned today, and I'm just having a regular, I think I'm just having a cut and colour. And I'm trying to grow my hair. Not that it really matters, but I want for the wedding, because my hair's going to be up. Spoiler alert. But I do want to grow it, and it is actually working. I think that for a long time I was using some of the products, maybe I've mentioned this in a vlog, I was using some products that had been sent to me that were for like damaged hair. And I don't have damaged hair. My hair's like pretty healthy, and my hairdresser explained to me that if you use a product for damaged hair, a lot of the time it has protein in it to sort of help repair your hair strands, that kind of thing. And if you use that on hair that isn't damaged in that way, it can basically put too much protein in your hair. And she looked at my hair when I first sort of started going to see her, or maybe it wasn't when I first went to see her, it was when I first wanted to have my hair dyed. And she was like, your hair needs moisturization. Like, it looks like it's lacking in moisture. It's quite dry. I think it was, she had seen my hair before and she was like, oh, it doesn't look as happy as it usually does. And she was like, maybe you need to do some more moisturizing. So I do make an effort now to pick moisturizing shampoos and conditioners. Even though I'm dyeing my hair, it's not like I'm bleaching it or doing it too often. And the salon I go to uses Aveda products, so it's very like gentle or like more natural. I've been using Olaplex. Is it number 3? The one that repairs the bonds that you leave it in for like at least 10 minutes on wet hair, on damp hair. I put it in overnight. I try and do it once a fortnight, but realistically I end up doing it once a month because it is kind of a faff having to like get your hair wet and then put it on and then leave it on, and I'm lazy and I forget to do it. But when I do, it's usually about once a month, and then in between that I do just a hair mask. I was using the Aveda hair mask, which is really, really lovely. So I'm talking to you whilst doing this, it's probably kind of creepy. Yeah, I like the Aveda hair mask, and also the Briogeo one is great. I'm just going to do my mascara and then I'll chat to you because it's going to be weird otherwise. I've also been using a lash and eyebrow serum, and I actually think it's working. Like, obviously I'm quite blessed that I'm very hairy, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It means I have very bushy eyebrows and eyelashes, but then it's a pain when you want to shave. But I do think it's working. Seems to be filling out my lashes more. Can you see, like, it feels like they're very even? Before there was a few gaps. That's what I'm aiming with my eyebrows. There are a few gaps in my eyebrows. I don't know if that's from just like plucking over the years. And there's like a gap here that I hate. This is a gap from when I fell onto a bath when I was little and cut my eyebrow open. What was I saying? I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. That's not very good, is it? Hair, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, so I've been putting an effort into using lots of moisturising products for my hair, and I have noticed like the ends of my hair, because before when I would leave it to dry and, you know, do all the curly things and try to encourage my waves, when it dried, it was almost like my hair was all curly and then the ends would kind of go a bit straighter. Whereas now I feel like the curls are continuing to the end of my hair, which is really nice because it just makes the ends of your hair look a lot more full. And we were shooting for a brand deal the other day, and there was a video of me just walking down the road and Alex captured it, and I looked at my hair from behind. I thought, oh, it looks so much more full at the ends, because that was one of my like annoyances with my hair. So hopefully when I grow it, it will stay like that, because that's what always happens in my hair. When I grow it, it just goes a bit damaged on the ends, and then I have to cut it off, and it's annoying having to do that. So fingers crossed I'll get long hair for around my wedding day, because even though I'm going to be having it up on the day, it is a weekend wedding, so I can have it down the night before and the day after. That was nice and rapid makeup. I never take longer than that with my makeup. It says 13 minutes, but I think if I wasn't talking to you, it'd be like 5. This is Illamasqua in Bang Rouge de Lèvres, or Lèvres. I can't really speak French. And then the mascara was Bare Minerals Brow Master, Bare Minerals powder. Most of the stuff I use is Bare Minerals because I can trust their products. The only product I don't like from Bare Minerals is the concealer, or maybe it was one type of concealer because it was just too heavy for my liking, but maybe they have a lighter concealer that I can try. I ordered stuff from Girlfriend Collective the other day. I wore a new set this morning to the gym, which was beautiful on. It looked lovely. It's like a green ribbed set, but it definitely isn't for the gym because I think that I didn't read the description. I just clicked on it because I thought it was nice. And I think that's more for like just maybe going on a hike or a walk, or maybe not even yoga though, because it's like not stretchy, you know, the ribbed material that it just goes on and that's kind of it. It doesn't really move a lot. And I did leg day today and it was really warm because it's not stretchy and kind of sweaty. So that's a bit annoying, but I guess it's going to be good for walking. Like when I go on walks with Roxy, I think that's perfect for walking. I also got a cap from them to protect from the sun. And then I got this bum bag or fanny pack, depending on where you're from. But I was really annoyed about the colour because on the website, it was this kind of almost more close to this kind of green, like a lighter version of that green. And it's arrived and it's kind of like poo green, you know? I'm gonna probably keep it because it's practical. This is for dog walking again, because when it's warm, I don't wanna take a coat. And if I've got leggings and a t-shirt on, there's nowhere to put my phone and dog treats and dog lead, that kind of thing. I don't know, maybe I should return it. It's annoying because I actually did look at the photos and it's like the studio images are this green and then the images of her wearing it are this green. So I think that I just looked at the studio images and didn't scroll through. But I'm just not a fan. I just get so paranoid about returning things because I think like I saw a statistic about how the vast majority of stuff that you return just goes to landfill. I don't think Girlfriend Collective would do that though because they're a really sustainable brand. But let me know what you think. Is it too poo green? Or does it kind of go with the whole like outdoorsy vibe? Like if you've got a full green outfit on, maybe it's like fine. I don't know, does it really go with my skin tone? I'll wear it when I've got an outfit on and then I'll decide. Anyway, I've got to get on. I'm gonna get ready and dress now. This is the outfit I've gone for. Don't know if you can see you can't, can you? These are my shoes. I've been wearing these so much this year already. These are the Vivea tan coloured shoes. If I have a discount code, I'll leave it below. I can't remember. I think I do. And then this dress is old. I think I got it 3 or 4 years ago from M&S. Maybe not 3 or 4. I bought some like dresses I remember from M&S when I had gained weight, and I think this was one of them. Because it was affordable and made me feel good. And I really like it because it's in linen and the stripes, they make me feel, I don't know, I just feel like it's a nice summery outfit. And because there's actually one thing missing from my wardrobe, I need a summer jacket because I only have a denim jacket and I don't always want to look casual. So I've got my, a coat that I always wear in the winter. This one, you probably see me wear it so much. This one was Depop find from Topshop. And then I do have my Burberry Mac. It's a little bit snug on me now because it's a size 12 and usually coats I like to get in a size up. So this used to fit me perfectly when I was a size 10. And it's also like kind of, I would wear that when it's like cloudy. I wouldn't really wear it when it's sunny. And I got rid of all of my blazers. I know that the trend is back now for oversized blazers. I was the queen of oversized blazers when I was younger. Like that's literally, I mean, it was the trend of the noughties. Everyone wore leggings or skinny jeans, which I know are not in trend anymore. A shirt and blazers. It's like, it was just the trend and you kind of look like you were going to work, but then the oversized blazer would make it look casual. I think the fashion that has come back though is the sort of summer dresses with the oversized blazer. Everyone wore that. That was my uniform in college. Little doll shoes or Converse, a floral dress from Topshop or some kind of summery dress, and then you'd kind of make it look a bit more rugged. Or military boots. Yeah, no, it'd be military boots, a summer dress, and then a really massive blazer. I used to get them all from charity shops. So I really want to go and find, maybe I could have a look today, I don't know if we'll have time. But if we do, I might look in the charity shops because I used to go and get like men's blazers that were really big or really oversized. And they would that would look perfect with this outfit because I've only got a cardigan, and when I put this on I feel a little bit like a school teacher. I've noticed that with I mentioned this in the video, that since my body has changed as I've grown older, you do end up falling into these kinds of, I don't know, ruts with fashion, where if you don't really like the way your body looks, you just wear whatever you don't feel horrendous in. And I know that's really sad, and I wish I could be an influencer that was like body positivity and like, wow, I'm super confident. I'm just not, and I feel like maybe that's a little bit more normal. I don't know, maybe you're the same, because I just fall into just wearing clothes that don't make me feel really ugly. And that often is clothes that are baggy, clothes that are like plain and simple and don't make me stand out too much, but it is not my style. Like when I was younger, I absolutely loved dressing up and wearing clothes that were a bit more out there, a bit more unique, a bit more, I don't know, different. I didn't really like dressing like everybody else. That was kind of my hobby. Fashion was my hobby, and I feel like I've lost that as I've got older, when I've not been comfortable with my body. And when I wear things like this, I just feel like this is not an outfit that when I was younger I would have looked at and gone, yeah, that's super stylish, I feel great in that. It's just an outfit that I'm wearing because it's what I have in my wardrobe, to be honest, and what I don't feel like not confident in. So that's kind of sad. And I feel kind of nice in this because I feel like the shoes make it a bit more different. Like, they're not like boring shoes, they're quite nice shoes. Whoops. But I don't have a jacket, and I don't really want to show up to like a wedding ring try on with like a denim jacket on. I feel like I should dress up. I feel like I should be not formal, but I should be like presentable in a way. Anyway, that's enough of a ramble. I'll figure out what jacket I'm gonna wear, or I'll just go no jacket because it is quite warm today. And then I've got my backpack on. I think I showed this already in this vlog, or I don't know, I don't remember. This is this is the same outfit I've shown in this vlog except a different dress. Oh well. I'm gonna go get ready and make Alex get changed because he's still in his sweats. We've had quite a fun morning. We just finished looking at wedding bands. We looked at suits. It's given us lots of info, and now I'm going to go get my hair done. So this is the before. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Hello, so my hair is done and Alex is just going to pay for the parking. So I'll tell you what we've got up to this afternoon. I didn't really get my camera out. It's kind of awkward to get your camera out when you're in like a jeweller's and it's really quiet and the person who works there is literally right there. So we looked at suits with Alex, I think I mentioned that, and we now know what route we're going to go down, because the thing is, going into a shop is that there's only so many styles of suits available in each shop. I think we definitely could go to a few different shops, but there's just not that many. It's kind of limited. So I think instead, I think Alex ought to look online and find the style of suit, because he kind of now knows what style of suit. So we can figure out the style, and then the price point that's right, and then the material that's right, and then we can order it, and then if it fits and he likes it, then we can get it tailored. Then we went and looked at some rings. We went to Ethica Diamonds first, and basically they do like lab-grown diamonds. We can drive.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, they basically do lab-grown diamonds, and they have the rings there. Alex found a band that he quite liked, didn't you?
I did.
So the only thing about it was that I think that the woman who usually does those consultations wasn't there, which is a little disappointing, because we did book a consultation with them, like we booked in advance, and when we got there she was like, oh, I'll try my best, but the woman who normally does this isn't here today. And I was a bit like, well, I wish she would have told us, because imagine if we'd come in, imagine if we'd driven in just for that today, because she didn't know anything. Yeah. So she didn't know the prices of anything, so like we asked her how much the gold band was, and she was like, oh, I don't know, yeah, I'd have to ask.
So I don't know if I found the one I like, because
yeah,
I don't know what the price is.
And I was asking her lots of questions about the lab-grown diamonds, and about like, because she was basically saying that you can get a bespoke design made for you. You don't need it, it lets you out.
I know, I'm an idiot.
And because of the shape of my engagement ring, I'll put a few pictures to kind of explain what I'm talking about. The shape of my engagement ring means that it kind of needs a wishbone ring to go round it, because if you have a straight ring, it kind of sits quite far away from my engagement ring, because the stone is kind of set quite low, so it kind of just like, it will bang basically, it will like knock into my wedding band. So I want to go for like a wishbone, because it just hugs it and it looks beautiful. And you can get that bespoke made in the style you like. So that's really interesting, because then it means that you can get exactly what you're after, and I think that it means you can pick the size of the diamonds and everything. And we wanted to go into the place that I actually got my engagement ring from, but they were closed. Because I also want to look at secondhand and vintage, so the search is not over. And then we also went into a couple others that had, one of them had vintage stuff and secondhand stuff. The secondhand stuff, the diamonds were just too massive. They like overpowered my engagement ring. I mean,
sorry, shop.
Waitrose, yeah. I was literally like, I'll just buy this as a ring because it's so sparkly. And then we went into another shop, and they offered us a service where they take your engagement ring, and I was happy to do that because I often don't have my engagement ring on because I'm doing DIY and stuff. I hadn't had it on the last couple of weeks because it had dough on it from that bakery course. And it doesn't cost any money. You just leave your engagement ring with them, and they basically, their jeweler takes all the information about your engagement ring and all the information about what you want. So I sort of pointed out the diamond size that I liked, and then the shape, the wishbone shape, and then the fact that it's gold. And they draw up a CAD design, and then they can price it for you, how much it would be. And so I've done that because then it's going to give me a clearer idea of what the ring could look like, because you don't know all these things, like you don't know until you start trying them on. That's why I wanted to go look today, because in my head I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'd go for that, but I hadn't actually tried anything on, so it's really helpful to try stuff on. So yeah, that's exciting. And then hopefully in a couple weeks we'll have some drawings to look at, and then we can decide what type of ring I'm going to go for. And then maybe at that point, if I'm not 100% sure, I think I would still want to go look at that place, the vintage place as well, just to see if there wasn't just a ring there that was meant to be. So yeah, lots of options, and it's really nice as well. Everywhere we looked at, they're like really helpful when it comes to like sustainability and ethics and stuff, and pre-loved and lab grown and all that kind of thing. So it's like really, it's helpful to speak to people and see them in person, rather than like when you're looking online. I'm a bit like, I don't even know where to begin, and there's like all the standard shops online, and I feel a little bit like I'd rather go support a local jewellers than just get it from the standard names that everyone knows of. Like when you Google wedding bands, there's just all the sort of names I've heard of before, and I just think they're a bit more mass produced and a bit more, I don't know, probably not as ethical or sustainable, and it's not supporting local business. And that's the approach we've taken with the whole wedding process. Is everything is like as local as possible, and also talking to them and whether they take sustainability and ethics into consideration, and they all have done, because Cornwall's great like that. Everyone's they have that approach anyway, which is wonderful. And then we also looked at a little shop in Lemon Street Market, and there's a little alcohol shop there, and I got all the wine for Christmas from there, because again, it's nice to go into like an actual wine shop and support a small business like that if you're able to. And we picked up some Nitor red wine and some Polgoon red wine, because we've got Camel Valley Sparkly and Camel Valley White for the welcome drinks and the tables, so we need red for the tables as well. So we're gonna have a little taste test and decide which one we like, and then we can order that as well. It's all the fun bits now, isn't it, with weddings? All the stuff that excites me. And I also just booked in all of my hair appointments before my wedding. So
Me too.
Alex got a haircut. So I've booked in when I'm having my hair blow dried, because my hairdressers are doing my hair for the wedding day. So yeah, I booked in my blow dry for a couple days before the wedding, so it's like not too clean for the day. And it also means my hair's gonna look nice for the whole weekend. And I've also booked in my colour and my cut 2 weeks before, so it's gonna be like just right. So it's not gonna, because I've just dyed my hair now, but when you just dye it, like I suppose your hairline, it's quite strong, like you can tell you dyed it, and it looks best when it's been, I think, around like 2 washes. It settles the colour and it like has a bit more dimension to it. So yeah, now we're gonna go to Waitrose, and this is probably the longest vlog I've ever made. I'm probably gonna have to cut it down so much, or split it into 2, because I've been vlogging.
You tried talking less?
I've just been vlogging every day, like just being like, oh, I'm just vlogging now, and I'm really loving it. I'm finding it really enjoyable. Maybe I could upload an extra video if it's too long. Anyway, I'll see when I edit.
You know what we need to find? It's the microphone for this camera.
Yes, we do.
It's got walkabout and all the spare batteries.
Yes. I kind of feel like I have to take you out around Waitrose, and I feel like I should show you what we get. So this video might be a long one. Although I can split it. I had a lovely day out. I've got work to do when I get home though. I just realised I've got that feedback from that brand. I've got to edit the stuff.
Okay.
So, or maybe I could do it in the morning. We'll see. Apparently, because they're in Korea, the head office, the time zone, I have to do it tomorrow morning because then it needs to get to them for when they wake up. Because if I do it in the evening, it'll be too late for them to approve it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Waitrose! We never go to Waitrose. I love Waitrose as a treat when we're in Truro. It's so fun. They've got so much fun vegan food. We've just got home. I thought I'd show you everything I've got. Waitrose is horrendous for plastic, so just I'm putting that out there before someone leaves a comment. I know it's horrendous. We don't really shop there very often for that reason. I mostly shop 9 times out of 10 in my local farm shop. But they do have some fun vegan food that I can't get in my farm shop. So Alex picked up the Pret Classic granola because he's been enjoying granola for breakfast, and that looks amazing. He also got himself some What's Its Giants in prawn cocktail flavour, which look incredible. Was that in the car?
Yeah.
Oh. I got myself some nori, though I'm annoyed because I forgot to get the smaller. I love the little packets of them that are sea salt flavour because I have them as a snack. I got this Greek style, this camera, you know, I'm using this G7X. I usually use my M50, and I'm really remembering why I hate this camera because look, it won't focus. There we go. Really not very good at focusing, so I apologise. But yeah, this one has more protein in it than the normal one, so that's good. So I've got that. I got some smoked tofu because, oh my gosh, please, this camera. I got some smoked tofu because I can't get tofu in the farm shop. I asked them to stock it, but this tofu is so nice, especially for lunches, because you don't have to cook it or flavour it because it's already really yummy. I got some Violife Parmesan because this lasts so long and we haven't had it in ages. I've not seen it in the shop in ages, so we got some of that. We got some Flora plant butter because we've run out of a block of butter, and I like to put it in the little butter dish there because it kind of feels like you're having normal butter. And then we've got Epic Mature. You all know that this is the best vegan cheese in the supermarket. Some hummus. This is another thing when it comes to sustainability, I was doing that is kind of silly. So I was buying big pots of yogurt like this and then not eating them all. I'm going to eat this because I'm going to be having it with granola, and Alex will. But yeah, I was getting them and having them as sort of snacks at night and then forgetting about them, and then they ended up going in the bin until I started buying the smaller pots, which I used to not buy because of the extra packaging, single use. But now I actually don't throw them away and they don't go off. So if there is a food like that, I also do it with crisps. This is another thing that I used to buy only big bags of crisps because I thought, well, that's less packaging, but it would mean that I would try and eat the whole bag of crisps, whereas when you buy a smaller bag, you only eat the smaller bag. So I don't know, I thought I would share that if any of you do the similar thing. Don't guilt yourself into buying bigger stuff for packaging's sake if you know you're going to eat the smaller things, because you can't live your life that way. Don't live your life that way. Anyway, I got some marinated tofu because again, I've just stocked up on tofu. I can freeze some of this. This is great for lunches. I got tempeh because they don't sell that anywhere. So, I mean, they sell it in Sainsbury's, maybe. I'm not really sure, but you can't really get it in many places. And then I got the normal tofu that I always get. Alex got himself some orange juice. I got the fancy pasta. I just feel like I can't go to a shop like Waitrose or my farm shop without getting fancy pants pasta because it just makes the pasta so much more delicious. I got, this isn't chicken pieces, these are the best vegan chicken alternatives. They are absolutely incredible, and I looked on the back and it's got 23 grams of protein per 100 grams, which if you compare it to tofu has 12.6, that's double. And yeah, these are delicious. So I got a couple of those because they're very high in protein, which I didn't know before now. We've got some limes, red pepper. I got berries, these reduced green beans because I'm using these, funnily enough, for a recipe tomorrow, so that was ideal. Broccoli, they didn't have any broccoli unpackaged, or at least I couldn't see any. They also didn't have any kale unpackaged. So I got this because I want to have this evening. We ran out of time. I would have gone to the farm shop, but it was closed. coriander, that's a nice big bag. They had some beautiful mushrooms. We've got woodland mushrooms, British baby chestnut mushrooms, and then British chestnut mushrooms. I know it's a lot of mushrooms, but I will eat them. And then we've got some fun freezer food that I've not seen or tried before. This is the strong roots, kale and quinoa. We also got strong roots, mixed root vegetable fries and seasonal greens, because sometimes, like evenings like tonight, it's so convenient to have pre-cut veg. And again, this is another sort of sustainability thing that I used to find I would never buy frozen stuff like this, because I made myself feel guilty for it. And then what would end up happening is some evenings when I didn't feel like cooking or I'd run out of time, I would end up eating foods that weren't so good for me or healthy, or end up getting, you know, takeaway or things, or pre-packaged ready meals or something that's actually worse in the long run. So there's nothing wrong with having these kinds of emergency foods or convenience things if you genuinely need them, and I just think this is very convenient for me. So this week I'm definitely going to have this and these burgers as a meal, so that I don't have to cook, because I do a lot of cooking and sometimes it's too much. Some days you just don't want to. We've got these seitan crisp crumbed slices which looked delightful. And then finally I've got some baby new potatoes. Again, they didn't have any package free, and I'm using these for a recipe for tomorrow. And then we got some Earl Grey tea bags. So that is my Waitrose haul. And here is my hair. Maybe I probably have shown you my hair when it's done like this before, but I just had a small trim. I got it dyed, and it looks very dark when I first get it dyed, and then it chills out a bit. I get my hair dyed because of the greys. One day I'll embrace the greys, but for now I like to have my hair colour, and I think it's quite a good match. It doesn't look that different. I don't think anyone really notices the difference, so that's a good thing in my eyes. I think I'm going to end the video here because I've had a long day. I'm going to make some dinner, and I think this video is very long, or at least I've cut it into two. We shall see if I've cut it into two, but I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you for all your lovely comments about where you watch my videos in my latest vlog. That was so nice to see that so many of you watch them when you're cleaning, cooking, having a cup of tea, even when you're working. It's kind of nice to see and think about people just going about their chores or their days watching my videos to sort of relax. And yeah, that's exactly what I do, so I understand. I have a set few people that I love to watch that calms me down. I just do it when I'm doing chores or, you know, having a cup of tea. So yeah, I love that I can provide that for you, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!